Welcome, one and all, to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the divisional round playoffs. I mean, with wildcard weekend, I was actually right. Actually, surprisingly enough, I mean, I was actually 6 for 6. I normally am not. I mean, one of them was a hard pick, basically, and the other one was like kind of a not a gimme pick. The upset of the Jags versus the Jaguars versus the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers should have won that game, honestly, based on what they did. I was thinking more of the case because of the fact that the Jaguars were red hot, and Lawrence was going to be hot enough that he'd keep him in it to the point like if they were in it, they'd basically win the game. And lo and behold, it wasn't a case of that, but it was a case where like still Lawrence did bring him back, come back from that deficit, or the Jaguars came back from the deficit with Lawrence to come back and score those touchdowns and win the game. Same thing with the Giants. I mean, everyone was kind of figuring that was one of the games where the Giants could upset the that the Giants could upset the Vikings because the way the Vikings were playing as of late, they weren't so good. And the last time the Giants and Vikings played, I mean, the Vikings did beat the Giants, but barely. This is a case where now, like, figuring if Jones did not make any mistakes, the Giants could potentially keep it a close game. And if it was a close game, then they could come out with the win. And it turns out they did come out with the win. Granted, now the Giants' defense did not play up to its what they should have been playing up to. I mean, honestly, this is a Giants D. It still has to be basically rebuilt. So it is in its building stage. It's the fact that they made it to the playoffs and they won the first round in their building stage is really surprising. Daniel Jones, I mean, he did exploit the Vikings' defense, which is their pass rush wasn't so great, as well as their passing defense wasn't so great, and Dable basically relied on Jones to basically go that. So now in this case of the divisional round, you got the Giants versus the Eagles, the Cowboys versus the 49ers, the Jaguars versus the Chiefs, and of course the Bengals versus the Bills. In this situation, let's go with the first game, the Giants versus the Eagles. I hate to say this, but as a Giants fan, I would love the Giants to win this game. But the fact is, Jalen Hurts is back, and also Philadelphia's defense is really that good enough to the point where they will probably whoop the Giants. They'll probably most likely win by 2 touchdowns for sure. I mean, if the Giants defense doesn't show up and if they can't contain Philadelphia's running game as well as passing game, it's going to be a blowout. But reality, Philadelphia's winning by at least more than 2 touchdowns. At least they're winning by 2 touchdowns for sure. Now, the Cowboys versus the 49ers. It's a tough one. This is a tough one to say because the fact is the Cowboys have a really good defense. Dak actually played really well last week. Now, the question is with the 49ers. The 49ers have the number 1 defense, of course. Their offense is pretty good. It's just the fact is like they have I don't want to say unreliable quarterback, but their quarterback is still a rookie basically. And Purdy was the third stringer. He is Mr. Irrelevant. Can he come out and help out? I don't know. I think in this situation, if the 49ers can keep, and again, if Purdy himself can minimize his mistakes and keep it mistake free, then yeah, I think the 49ers can win and beat the Cowboys, quite honestly, because it's more of a case where the way the Giants are not the Giants, the way the Cowboys are playing, their defense is good. They got Parsons, but if the 49ers can keep Dak in check as well as Zeke, I think the 49ers should win this game. Now, the next game, Jaguars versus the Chiefs. The Jaguars are not coming back like they did with the Chargers, basically. I mean, in this situation, the Chiefs, they're going to capitalize on it, and they're not going to make the mistakes, and Mahomes will not stop scoring. So in this case, you'll see the Chiefs definitely winning by at least 2 touchdowns for sure. They'll definitely monopolize on Lawrence's weaknesses, and they'll look for Lawrence to probably give up at least 2 turnovers for sure. There's going to be 2 turnovers for sure from Lawrence in this situation against the Chiefs. We know that for sure. The Bengals versus the Bills. Now this is a tough one. I honestly don't know what to say. I want to say the Bills should win because the fact is the Bills are maybe the team to beat in this case. But the problem is the way they played against Miami That was a closer game than it looked, actually. And quite honestly, if the Bengals defense can contain Allen a little bit and make him give up a couple of turnovers, the Bengals should be able to win. But my gut is telling me right now that the Bills will win. So in this case, I'm going to say the Bills will win. So from that, my picks, of course, are the Giants versus the Eagles. It's going to be the Giants, Cowboys versus the 49ers, Chiefs versus the Jaguars. Definitely the Chiefs, and of course the Bills. So my picks are basically the Eagles, 49ers, Chiefs, and Bills. I'm hoping that I am wrong and that it will be the Giants that beat the Eagles. Um, and we'll see from there. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be wrong, unfortunately, sadly enough. But we'll go with that and let it be at that. With that, we'll leave it at that. And let me guys know what you think. Please leave some comments in the comment section. I do read my comments when I get notified. I do try to respond to them at the best of my abilities. If I don't respond to them, through text, I will respond through another video basically that answers them all. Also, and please subscribe. I did say basically if I do get 1 million subscribers, I will do a live streaming viral dance for, I don't know, 1 hour. Okay, I don't know however long it is, and of course 10 million I'll do it by poll, basically wherever the location is that you guys choose at that point. But in any case, with that, thank you, and again, let me know what you think, thoughts are about it. Unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.